It's June 13th, and we have another great episode of the Cross the Middle Show. I'm your host, John Kuzma. We're going to talk about the Peyton Hillis story, and we're going to talk about the Tom Brady story today. So let's get started. We're starting with the Peyton Hillis story. I don't know if you guys heard about this Peyton Hillis story, but it's absolutely incredible. Peyton Hillis was down in Pensacola, Florida. He's at the beach with his family when he hears his son and his niece drowning in the ocean. Basically, they got caught up in a riptide, so Peyton Hillis just has to react. He dives into the ocean, starts swimming to the rescue, swims right into the riptide too. He actually had to swim right past his son who was drowning because he could tell his niece was in more danger. So he swims to get the niece. He's exhausting himself in the process. Eventually, someone swims out a boogie board. So he puts his niece on the boogie board, gets her out of the riptide. Well, after that, he has to go save his son, too. So he swims over to his son. He has no energy left. He's tired. He's doing everything he can to hold his son up. Remember, they're in a riptide that's pulling them under. He's exhausted from already saving his niece. He said there's 10 to 12 foot waves crashing on his head. He's going through hell right now. And basically, he swims in where he can start walking his son out of the ocean. His son starts walking. Before that, his son's eyes were rolling back in his head. His son was going limp. So, Peyton Hillis is just doing everything he can to save his niece, save his son. Then when he gets back into shore, he basically just collapses on the beach from exhaustion. So they're trying to resuscitate him, and they could keep him breathing, but he's not conscious. Peyton Hillis won't regain consciousness for 10 more days. So he's unconscious at the hospital for 10 days. He can hear people talking. Is he ever going to wake up? And he can't respond. Even though he can hear what they're saying, he's not conscious where his body can respond. He said that was very scary for him. It was an amazing story. This guy was a very good football player back when he was on the Cleveland Browns. He was on the cover of Madden. He's an oversized running back. People are bouncing off him. He's so strong, so powerful, breaking off big run after big run. But what he did off the field was better than anything he did on the field, just because, to save his son and his niece's life, that was absolutely a heroic act by Peyton Hillis. Gave these two kids another shot at life, because there's no way his son and his niece would have made it if he didn't just dive into the ocean right away and try to save them, because they were already in bad shape when he got there. And him passing out on the beach and being unconscious for 10 days after all this happened, that tells you just how much energy Peyton Hillis had to give to save those kids. He gave everything he had in that moment, to the point where he's in a life or death situation because his body couldn't handle any more stress. If he had to be out there for even 5 more minutes, that was it for Peyton Hillis. But somehow he pulls off this heroic act where he not only saves the two kids' lives, he also recovers as well. And now he's giving the interview to Michael Strahan, Good Morning America, I think it was. Just an amazing story. And he basically said, life is about your loved ones. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter, he said, who you marry in this world. It doesn't matter the things you accomplish. The only thing Peyton Hillis thinks matters in this world is family. It was a moving interview. You hear this and you see this guy who, he was a great football player at one time, but now he's just a dad doing everything he can to look out for his kids. He gets put in a really bad situation. Somehow Peyton Hillis, just because he's a great man, great athlete, strong guy, he's able to rise to the occasion, overcome Mother Nature. Really, it was Peyton Hillis versus Mother Nature. He went up against a riptide in the ocean. It's not easy to go into those conditions and save both those kids. He could have easily just saved his son and said, I couldn't get to the niece. He didn't do that. He swam right past his own son, left his son in a panic, drowning, to go save his niece. I mean, think about how gut-wrenching that decision has to be in that moment. I mean, you're talking about risking everything that matters to you for your niece, who you love your niece as well, but obviously your son is something special to you. That's just a reality of the situation. Peyton Hillis makes an unselfish decision and goes for the niece first because she was caught in the riptide in a worse situation than the son was. You know, the son was doing a little bit better job of keeping himself up. The niece was in a really bad spot. Peyton Hillis decides to go for her first. He saves her, gets her on a boogie board, then goes and saves the son. All in a riptide, 12-foot waves crashing on him. He's exhausted from the first rescue. I mean, it's incredible stuff. I mean, I was moved by it. Peyton Hillis, you are the man for that. You're the man for what you did on the field, and you're the man for what you did off the field. I mean, I can't say any more good things about you, man. What you just did was absolutely incredible. We're going to do the Tom Brady story next. Tom Brady's on a boat with Mr. Beast, a yacht, I guess you can say. He's on a yacht with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast grabs a controller to a drone, puts the drone up in the air, then basically has Tom Brady throw a football at it. On the very first try, Tom Brady knocks the drone out of the sky, then basically let us know that, you know, maybe he should come out of retirement. You know, if he's hitting a drone on the very first try, maybe he should come out of retirement. I think it's pretty obvious to all of us. You know, Tom Brady's doing everything he can to be there for his kids, but Tom Brady is itching to play football again. There's no doubt about it. He's had some time off. He does this every single year. He has the time off. He thinks he's done. By the end of the year, every single year, he thinks he's done. But then you get all that time off. And after that time off, you start thinking, man, everybody's getting ready to go back. Why am I not going back too? That's where Tom Brady is. We've been through the story so many times. There's no doubt Tom Brady wants to play. We don't know where he wants to play. Does he want to go to the Dolphins and throw to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle? Does he want to go back to the Bucks? I doubt it. Does he want to go somewhere else and play? It's hard to say. One thing we do know, Tom Brady wants to play football. He's already teasing another return. He's already thinking about coming back. He's itching to play again. I mean, that's obvious. There's no doubt that's the case. Will he actually go through with it and come back? I mean, Gisele's gone. He can play if he wants to play now. He doesn't have to worry about losing Gisele. Do I think he wants Gisele back? Yeah, I do think he wants Gisele back. There's rumors he's dating some other young model, but I do think he wants Gisele back. I don't think he wanted to get divorced from Gisele. I think he loves Gisele. I think if he doesn't play, it helps his chances of getting back with Gisele. But ultimately, I know Tom Brady wants to play. There's no doubt he wants to play. He wouldn't be teasing coming out of retirement if he hits this drone unless he wanted to come out of retirement. It's not like he's saying, no, I don't want to play anymore. I'm good. I'm hanging out on yachts these days. That's what I do from now on. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, if I hit this drone, can I come back or should I come back and play? If I hit this drone, should I come back and play? That's what he's saying. Then he hits the drone on the very first passing attempt. It's obvious where Tom Brady's head is at right now. He wants to play football again. He's thinking about getting back out there. The video was put out for a reason, just to tease all of us about Tom Brady coming back for another season. And I got to be honest with you guys, it worked. I mean, seeing him hit that drone on the very first passing attempt made us all feel the same way. Why isn't he playing? Obviously, he's still got it. He's still good enough to play. He's still in great shape. He's the perfect mold for a quarterback, that tall, lanky frame. He looked in a good place mentally. He looked like he was having fun and relaxed. And to me, it's a no-brainer. You know, if you got it, you want to play, and you feel like you're in a good space mentally, why not come back and play Tom Brady? Gisele's not there to, nag you over it anymore. She's not there anymore. So if you want to play, keep playing. I think you should play anyway, whether she's there or not, because it's your decision to make. You built yourself into Tom Brady. It's your decision whether or not you keep playing. That's all I got for today. I'm John Kuzma. I'm signing off.